Yeah, record started. So okay, now if there is no enough funds, what you have to do? We have to say no enough funds.
Okay.
Okay. Now what happened? So now let me run it and let me see what we are getting. So first what happened? Amount, how much amount we are passing?
100.
100. Withdraw amount you are passing 110. Amount less than or equal to. So there is a condition mismatch. Okay, let me write amount. We have $100 in our account, and customer is expecting withdraw amount $110. So in this case,
Okay.
this is fine. If there is no enough funds, then it should come to else block. So let me run it. So check funds, why it's going inside? Why? Because withdraw amount, I need to write ulta, or else let me write it here.
What difference will it make?
Yeah, I will run it and I'll show you. It is going always inside. If withdraw amount is how much is greater than $100, right? Withdraw amount is
Yeah, so it says if the withdrawal is greater than 100, then it has to follow this logic, right? It has to print out.
so withdraw amount is $100 is greater than amount. It is a true condition, so it is going to.
That's why it's executing.
Yeah, I need to paste it down.
Yes.
Let me paste it here and let me paste it on the top. Now it is fine.
Yes.
Okay, now let me run it and we will see. Yes, now no enough funds. If I will pass here some $90, so it will go to the if block.
Yes.
So now you have $100, but you are expecting to transfer. What do you say? This is fine. Okay.
Yes.
So let me return whatever you are expecting. So now, so whatever you are expecting, so that amount is done. $90 we're expecting, $90. So say for instance, what happened, after first you are checking the funds and after you debited the amount, then after that some exception happened here.
Yes.
Once after debiting the amount, so you are not able to credit. You are not able to credit. Okay.
Yes.
So then what happened? We should not do any credit, right?
Yes.
So we have to revert the transactions. Why? Because you are not able to credit. So you have to revert it. So that is one scenario. Okay. The second scenario is if there is no enough funds. After that, what we are doing, you are doing so many things. So say for instance, if there is no enough funds in your account, so do we need to execute the other things, whatever we need to do? So no need, right? If there is no enough funds, just say directly to the user, no enough funds. So you just throw the exception, that's all. So how to write that customized exception, not enough funds? As of now, every time we are writing like class not found or arithmetic index or outbound exception, all these exceptions. How to write our own exceptions? So I want to write an exception class, no enough funds. So how to write my own exception? So let me write a simple class called this is a simple class, no enough funds. Okay, so whenever you are trying to write any exception class, so that class whatever you are trying to write, so that must be extends of exception. Okay. Hello.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you are trying to write any of your own exception class, so that must be subclass of exception.
Got it.
Okay. After that, what you have to do? So you have to declare a variable string called message. Okay, a simple one string variable I declared. After that, what you had to do, you had to declare a constructor with an
Okay.
argument called string.
Okay.
How to declare a constructor? So just right click, go back to source. There is a constructor, generate constructor using this field. Just select this one and select that field and click OK. So constructor is
Okay.
generated.
Okay.
So far it's clear, right? So now our exception class is ready.
Okay.
Exception class is ready. Now take this class. So say for instance, if there is no enough funds, so in that case,
Mhm.
if there is no enough funds, then what will happen? This block will execute.
Mhm.
After that, if you don't want to execute rest of the lines,
Okay.
then here just throw that exception directly.
Okay.
Throw and create an object. So in this case, right, we have to create an object. Here JVM will not create an object. Why? Because this is our own exception, right?
Mhm.
So this is our own exception class. So we have to create an object, throw new, and we have to pass the message. What message you want to convey to the user?
Mhm.
No money in your account. Okay, so whenever you are throwing an exception, we have to mention here throws, right?
Mhm.
Throws of type. So far our client is clear, right?
Yes.
So now whenever if anybody is calling our method, even they have to provide
The throw.
this catch, try catch, right?
Yes. Yes.
So here surrounded by try catch. So now just declare this one as a 0. Now our program will success. So now this is our own exception class. Now enough
Mhm.
funds. And this message you can write whatever you want. Previously you were divided by
Okay.
0. So you can write your own message. So user will see that message here.
Okay.
So now let me run it and we will see. See now we are sending $90. So it is successful message. Let me send $110. So now it is a failure scenario. So now let me go back.
Okay.
See it is telling no enough funds.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So this is our own message.
Okay.
com.exception.user-define.no funds exception.
Got it. Got it.
So this message you can write whatever you want. The same message it will be displayed to the user.
Okay. Got it.
So basically, did you see that no enough funds? So whatever I'm
Yes.
writing here,
Yes.
that will display to the
Yes. Yes.
user.
Fine.
So this is the way to write our own exception class.
Okay.
Okay, and the type of exception, right? What type of exception you want to create? You want to create a compile time exception, or you want to create your own runtime exception? So that is based on your extents. Let's suppose if I select here class not found. So your exception type is compile time exception now.
Mhm.
Class not
Okay.
found is a
Okay.
compile time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's suppose if I'll mention here. So now arithmetic exception is runtime exception, right?
Isn't it better to just I mean, exception itself, the general exception?
Oh, no, I'm not getting. Tell me again.
No, isn't it better to extend just a general exception class?
That is up to you. What kind of exception you want to create? You want to create compile time exception or you want to create runtime exception?
But general exception class will have arithmetic and compiled, I mean, compile time exceptions, of all kinds, right?
Yeah, it is there. It is there. Yes. That is based on flavors.
Okay,
Again,
okay.
again, it's a flavor, right?
Hmm.
Right. It's a different
Flavor?
flavors. A flavor means let's suppose take. It's a you are you creating any number related exception? Are you creating any array
Yes.
related exception? Based on that,
No.
you can make subclass of your exception.
Okay.
If you are creating number related exception, then mention take arithmetic exception as a super class.
Got it.
So based on that, you have to select this one. That is up to you.
Okay.
So this is the way to create our own exception class.
Okay.
And finally, we have already discussed, right? Finally, try catch
Yes,
finally.
yes, yes.
Okay, now just I want to tell there is another keyword called final.
Okay.
Okay, this is the last example. So why? Because if you go for interview, they will ask what is the difference between finally and final.
Okay.
So that's what I'm giving this example. So this is finally, you know, right? Try catch finally.
Hmm. Yes, yes. That is the last statement
Yes,
to execute, no matter
yes,
what.
yes, yes. Get my card. Okay, so here what it will do, it will return some number, integer, and it will take some integer. Just assume integer input. So this is the input, and it will return some RETURN 100. So this is a simple method, and it will take some number as an
Mm-hmm.
input. Okay, let me call this method from my static. So now I can able to call this method, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I can pass some number and I can able to receive the output. So
Okay.
input is, let's suppose whatever I'm writing here, I want to return same back. So if I'll
Mm.
written here integer receive equal to, so you are receiving. So whatever number you are passing, same number you will receive, right?
Yes.
Input you are passing, and again I'm returning same back as integer. So let me write it here. So 100 you are returning, 100 you are getting. Let me add something here. I'm trying to modify your input. So now you are getting
Okay.
100 as the input, and how much you will get
200.
as the output?
200.
200, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So now my requirement is I don't want others to change my input. I don't
Okay.
want them to allow to change my input. So here what happened? Directly input equal to, so it's happening like this. Input, what they are doing
Mm-hmm.
for my input, they are changing they are changing the input to some different value. So basically they
Okay.
are modifying my input.
Okay.
So for input they are adding 100 and they are returning my input same as it is after that.
Okay.
So my intention is I don't want them to change my input, anyone. So in that case, can you declare this one as a final?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So now did compiler will allow to change that variable?
No.
So whatever you are declaring or whatever you are getting as part of input, that's all. You should then people not able to change that value.
Got it.
So this is one advantage of final keyword. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and let me remove it. Let me remove it. Let me clear this one also. Let me create another class A. There is a public void get my name. So this is a simple class. Here we will pass integer name, sorry, ID. So if you will pass ID, you will get your name as an output. So this is very
Yes.
simple class, right? So return
Yes.
name. So for timing, I'm hard coding it. So this is very simple class, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm writing another class called B. So here what I'm trying to do, I'm extending the
Classic.
class A. So now can I override this method?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
can, right?
But if you have final, you won't be able to.
So now it will work out, right?
Yes. Yes.
I'm writing different logic, I'm writing different value. But
Yes.
my intention is I don't want others to override this method. And I
Okay.
think this will
We'll
fail.
define it as final. Okay.
So then it will not allow to write same method again.
Okay.
So this is another usage of final.
Okay.
Okay, and second. Okay, let me remove it. Now you can able to override. Okay.
Hmm.
So now my third usage is I don't want others to extend my class. I don't want allow others to extend my class. Now I can able to extend right a class.
Okay.
Now what I want to do? Can I able to extend now?
No.
So this is the third usage of final.
Okay.
So this
Hmm.
is the usage of final. You
Okay.
can apply.
Which means we'll resist change. I mean,
Yes,
you cannot.
yes, you cannot.
Yeah,
You
you
are
will
not.
not be able to make any more changes
Yes,
after
yes.
that.
They are not able to extend. They are not able to touch your class. Just they can able to use your class, but they are not able to modify.
Yes, got it.
So these are the three usage of final keyword.
Got it.
Okay, and tomorrow what we will start? We will start some maybe strings. I mean I did we discuss the strings? String.
Not
I think
quite, I
yes, yes, no,
guess.
no, we have not. Tomorrow we'll start the strings. So that time, right, I
Okay.
will explain the toString method or object class, whatever I told you today, right? So I will explain it tomorrow.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Sure.
tomorrow we'll connect. I mean, same time.
Okay. 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, thanks.
Okay. All right. Thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks.